Hey class, today we're going to summarize some of these big ideas about cholesterol. So we'll start here. So just blood cholesterol, we said that if we have too much cholesterol, it can cause some potential health risks for us. So we just want to summarize the big ideas. So first off, where the heck does it come from? So we said there's two possible places. So one, it can come from the food that we eat. Then two, it's actually made in our bodies. So we make it within our own body system. So let's take a look at a little bit more detail. So foods. It can come directly from certain foods, like egg yolks are very, very high in cholesterol. And then we also read that if we consume a lot of the bad fats, like saturated fats and hydrogenated fats, that we're likely to have higher cholesterol levels. So those unhealthier fats would include things like eating lots of butter, eating lots of cheese, or eating lots of fatty meats, as well as eating hydrogenated fats like margarine. Then we also make cholesterol within our body, and it's made in the liver. So the liver actually has tons of different functions in our body. So we make cholesterol in our liver, and then it's found in our bloodstream. So we find it in our bloodstream. Then there are two main types of cholesterol. So there are two main types of cholesterol. We said that some of them are good cholesterols and some of them are considered bad cholesterols. So if we look, we have these low density lipoproteins and then we have these high density lipoproteins. We said that the low density lipoproteins are considered bad and the high density lipoproteins are considered good. So I tried to show this. I wasn't sure what it would mean to look bad or good. So I tried to make my little guy look kind of mean for my LDL, so my bad cholesterol. And then I also gave him some little like devil horns there. So this is my bad cholesterol. And if you look, he's actually a glob of fat. And then don't forget, he's a lipoprotein. So he's not just lipid. So the orange center is all lipidy. But then he's wrapped in protein, a layer of protein. So actually this green part is supposed to be the layer of protein that he's wrapped in so he can move through the bloodstream without any problems. All right, then let's look at my other fabulous drawing. So on the other side, I drew a high density lipoprotein. So this is my good protein. And I drew him to look kind of like a little police officer. So assuming that all police officers are good guys, we've got our high density lipoprotein. I gave him a little police hat. He looks very friendly. And this crazy thing that he has is supposed to be handcuffs. He's got some handcuffs, and we'll see why later. So then we have a lot of cholesterol within our bloodstream. So that's where we find them. So it's not just that we have two cholesterols in our bloodstream. We have two types of cholesterol, but if we looked at a sample of blood, there would be a lot of different cholesterol particles within our blood. So I tried to show, if we're zooming into a blood vessel, okay, these are supposed to be my red blood cells, and these would be my little cholesterol guys. So some of them are good and some of them are bad. So some of them are HDL and some of them are LDL, and they're moving through the bloodstream. So then the question should really be like, why are some of them good and the others are considered bad? So why is that? So we'll zoom in first to the ones that we consider bad. Okay, so we'll look at the bad ones first. I'm trying to move it so we're just focused on one thing at a time. So we have the bad ones. So the bad cholesterol, so this is our LDL, tends to get stuck and build up as plaque within our blood vessels. So this orange stuff is the plaque, or it's that build up of LDL. I'll try and shade it in or color it in here. So this is plaque. So this is bad because we need our blood to travel through our blood vessels so that it can carry the glucose and oxygen to our cells, as well as pick up the waste and take things away from our cells, okay, so that they can remain healthy and in a good balanced state. So I'm kind of adding more and more plaque here. So this is kind of creating a traffic jam. So where we should have a big open space for blood to flow, now it's getting it's getting condensed and it can only travel through this small space. So we're going to have poor circulation. Okay, so poor circulation means that some of our body might not be getting exactly what it needs or might not be able to remove the waste when it needs to. So here we have poor circulation. So I said this is kind of like if you're driving home and there should be 3 lanes on the road, but then they're doing construction, so you get cut down to 1 lane. Okay, it usually creates quite a traffic jam. So this is the same idea. Okay, so we're closing off that space so that it's harder for the blood to get through when it needs to. So this is one of the reasons it's considered bad. So this can lead to other problems. So it can potentially lead to heart attacks and stroke later on. So we want to make sure that we avoid that. They also said that if a piece of it kind of breaks free, so if a chunk of this breaks off, it could potentially lead to a blood clot as well. Then we want to look quickly at the good guys. So these are our good guys, okay? So let me get my marker here. So good is the HDL, just as a reminder. So this is supposed to be my HDL. This is my LDL. Okay. So the good HDL actually picks up, picks up the bad cholesterol within the bloodstream. So anything that's extra that shouldn't be there, the HDL will pick it up, okay, and then it actually carries it off to the liver. So in some ways, I think of these as kind of being like the police officers. So they catch the bad guys, all right, and then they put them somewhere else. Okay, so they separate them out of the system. So if we have our HDL, he caught one of my LDLs. So you can see he's got his handcuffs on there. Okay, he throws him into his police car just for show here, and then takes him, okay, off to the liver. So this is supposed to be in my liver in there, and it's kind of like jail for LDL. Okay, so they get sent back there to be processed by the body. So this is the big idea. Okay, I'll try and zoom out and see if we can just show you most of my beautiful drawing here. Okay, so just taking a look again, okay, this is the main idea. So we were focused on the 2 types of blood cholesterol and their roles within the body, okay. I know you're really just taking it in and totally appreciating my wonderful, wonderful artistic creations. So you're welcome. I hope this was helpful. Have a good day.